Well, well, well. If it isn't my small but goated audience of goofy goobers. The wait is finally over and I'm back with a new video. So kick back, relax, eat your bowl of Fruity Pebbles and enjoy. Cue the intro. Animation in general is something I've always enjoyed ever since I was a little kid. I love it so much that I even made a YouTube channel about it, and a lot of the inspiration for it actually came from the cartoons I watched as a kid. And today we're going to go over 5 that absolutely slapped. I'll start off by saying that if you grew up in the early 2010s watching Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, then your childhood was just straight up peak. Like, I literally don't know what to tell you. I remember the days when I'd wake up on a Saturday morning at my grandma's house and watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles while eating bacon and drinking grape juice. Man, bro, the memories. Speaking of Nickelodeon.
My first girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy.
Oh my gosh, dude. Can we talk about how good this show is? I first watched Avatar: The Last Airbender when I was 12 years old. I think it's one of the best kids cartoons ever made. If I had to rate this show on a scale of 1 to 10, then it would be a centillion. That's literally just how good the show was. My favorite character in the show was Aang, since I always felt like I could relate to his childlike energy and his love for friendship. Plus, I was the same age as the character when I watched the show, so that was really cool. Overall, Avatar still sticks with me to this day because of the way it fits life lessons and fun times with friends into this huge overarching story. Now, let's take a trip over to and talk about the next show.
What kind of a plumber are you? A platypus plumber? Perry the platypus plumber? Perry the platypus!
Phineas and Ferb may be formulaic, but the episodes are done in a way that really never gets boring. I love how these two kids will just do the craziest things on a random Saturday afternoon just because they like it. Sometimes they'll be building like a giant roller coaster, or they'll make a song about shoelaces, or they'll fight a giant robot army with a mechanized treehouse. Maybe they'll build a space station in the shape of their own heads, or sometimes they'll even team up with the Avengers. Like, genuinely, I'm not kidding. Every single one of those things actually happened. Yet it's still kind of crazy to think that neither of Phineas and Ferb's parents ever found out about one of those times. My favorite character in this show definitely is Doofenshmirtz, since he has literally the saddest backstory ever. If there was a Mount Rushmore for the best villains ever made, then he would be up there with like Darth Vader, Joker, and Thanos, and he can't convince me otherwise.
No! It can't be! No! No!
Okay, this show right here is nostalgia in its purest form, not the new Ninjago, the old one. Just talking about it makes me want to scream the theme song from the top of my lungs. Speaking of the theme song, why does it go so hard? Forget Drake and Taylor Swift because that song is what real music is. Anyways, Ninjago was good because of the dynamic that the 4 main ninjas had with each other. You had Kai, Jay, Cole, and Zane in the first season. There's also Lloyd, aka the Green Ninja, but he'll never be as good as the OGs. I think my favorite character was Kai, since he was always just so awesome with his fire powers and his cool personality. I also think Master Wu, who's a lot like Master Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, was a great father figure to the characters, and he's really wise too. I'll never forget that time he said,
"Never put off until tomorrow what can be done today."
It'd definitely be helpful for me, especially when it comes to uploading on time. This show legit had me dying laughing as a kid. Gumball's a really good example of a comedy that people of any age will find funny. I watched every episode of this show at least 3 times and the jokes just don't get old. Now that I find myself talking about this show again, I feel like I had a lot in common with Gumball. Specifically with his egotism, which is the fancy term for, shall I say, main character syndrome. I guess this cartoon was a cautionary tale since my 12-year-old self ended up being just like him and turning into a little brat. Other than that, The Amazing World of Gumball does something really unique, where it actually uses multiple animation styles for certain characters, like 2D, 3D, stop motion, CGI, and even puppetry. It also likes to reference pop culture a lot in his jokes, kinda like the way Family Guy does it. Overall, it's definitely a 10 out of 10 show, and I'm happy the movie's coming soon. Oh yeah, and my favorite character has to be Richard Watterson.
Protect his butt! Protect his butt!
No, Juice. I want.
Don't be meek! What if you fall down and scrape your cheek?
Adventure Time is another Cartoon Network show that was big around the same time as Gumball and, well, regular show. It revolves around a boy named Finn and his magical dog named Jake going on random adventures together. There's just something so charming about the Land of Boo, and the characters always have something to enjoy about them. I've watched all 10 seasons and the spin-off shows, and I'll tell you it's stayed consistently good. My favorite character is Spin because of the character growth he goes through. At first, he's a dumb kid who simps over every girl he meets, and in the end he's a man. I'm telling you, it's just peak character development. Alright, those are my 5 favorite childhood cartoons. Comment below what yours are, but other than that, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you liked the video. See you later.